And we are live. My friend, welcome back to Ero Talks Show. Today it is episode number 8 and we are still kicking. My friends, thank you so much for remaining supportive to Ero community. And by the way, thank you for the 5,000 subscriber count. My friend, I'm so happy for hitting 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support and I'm so happy that you are part of Ero Productions. So today we shall be talking about teenage pregnancies. It is something that is so rampant, especially with this pandemic, and we believe that we are going to reach out to many people so that they can get this rich information. And in our studios today, I have a guest. She is back again. We had with her a live stream on episode number 6, and we are talking about relationships. But today we are talking about teenage pregnancy. So it is none other than Loureine Kutima, and we shall be sharing more in this live stream. So, my friend, if you can just allow me, I want us to bring her on the camera, and so that we can start this. I'm so sorry that it is raining. You may hear some sounds from the iron sheets and all that. Please bear with us. It is raining where I am. So please let me bring in Loureine. Hey, Loureine.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm also fine, thank you. By the way, welcome back to Ero Productions. We missed you.
Thank you so much. I missed you too.
Yeah, and by the way, do you remember when I told you that the live stream we did will have so many views?
Yeah, I remember.
And it turns out that it is one of the live streams that has many views so far.
We thank God.
So that, yeah, we thank God. So that worked for us. And here we are today. We need to talk about teenage pregnancies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for maybe someone who is watching you, they have never heard of you, please give us a little introduction about yourself.
Okay. Hello, guys. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Loureine Kutima. I had a show last time and we were talking about relationships. And today we are going to talk about early pregnancies. I hope you guys will enjoy the show.
Yeah, so we hope that they are going to enjoy this very show. So I'm just welcoming you people. If you're watching us live, please feel very free to hit a like button on this very video so that we can reach out to many more people. So to kick us off, Loureine, from the report since we started the pandemic up to now, we've had over 13,000 students who are teenagers drop out of school because of teenage pregnancies. And this thing has been so rampant so far here in Kenya because of many other factors. But I just want you to let us know, what do you think is the cause of the rise in teenage pregnancies this time?
Okay, on my own point of view, I think poor parenting can be one of the major cause of early pregnancies because you find that nowadays the parents of today, I'm not saying all parents are bad, but we have those parents that don't even have time for their daughters. Once they wake up, they leave the house, they are gone, and the girls have to take care of themselves. Then another thing, we have bad companies where you find maybe Lorraine, I have a friend, her name is Glenda, and maybe we meet and start talking, and she's like, hey, can I tell you, Lorraine, I have a boyfriend who does this, that to me. And then at the end of the day, I'll be eager. I'll want to feel the same way my friend Glenda feels. So I'll also go look for a boyfriend. And when she was stating, maybe she started some things about sex. So when I go and try them, I get pregnant. So you see.
Yeah, so we've heard of poor parenting and bad company. By the way, bad company is something that is even in the Bible that, bad company can ruin good morals. So thank you
Yes.
so much for bringing that up. But that issue of parents, apart from them not providing, or being there for their kids, we find that sometimes these kids may ask them maybe for their basic needs, and then their parent fails to provide for them, and therefore you find that these children want to now go out and seek for help. Then in that process of seeking help or just finding how they can get their basic needs, they really end up getting pregnant. Do you think that parents have a role in this, especially when they are asked basic needs and they don't provide?
Yes, some parents who have a role in it because in this generation of today, like let's just say the fertility in girls. You find that periods occur in girls, and a daughter will come and tell you, "Mom, I need some pads." And the mother, because she doesn't even have time for her, she will tell her, "You're a grown up. Go find the pads for yourself." And you find out the only way she can do that is maybe go use her body to get money so that she can get whatever she wants.
So you parents assume that their kids are old enough to look for their own money,
Yes.
which is, by the way, something so wrong. Parents should not do that because they should provide for their kids. But we've seen this happen, and it really has affected, many girls. So you find them saying, "My father cannot provide," or "My mother cannot provide," which is something very, very crucial. And Lorraine, brought to understand that some parents, especially fathers, come in the house when they are drunk. And I don't know, do you think this is poor parenting? Maybe do you think is it that drunkenness is also a cause of teenage pregnancies in these families?
Yes, it also has a role in teenage pregnancy because you find a father has gone out, he gets back home so drunk. He can't even tell this is my daughter or this is my niece or this is my kid. No, because of that drunkenness, he loses his morals, and you find out he has even raped his own daughter. So it does.
Okay, so I hope that they are here. Your child, there's a child around you.
My daughter actually.
That does she want to say hi to us? Maybe she should be saying hi to us.
No, she won't say hi to you. Her
She's
hair is
left.
very bad.
I know ladies are very careful when it comes to hair,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but that is fine. So, Lorraine,
Yes,
there's this issue that
yes,
parents, especially mothers, um, tend to sleep with different men in their homes, and
yes.
then they are sleeping with these men, and the children are watching, the daughters are watching. Then because of that, like, if my mother is doing this, I can also do this. So you find that a child goes out and does the same, and in long last we find that 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 child has become pregnant. This is usually in the coast. Do you think, and do you why do you think that these parents of today are careless with their relationships, and they are doing it in a way that also their children are seeing what they are doing?
Okay, one thing for sure, nowadays, most women go for money. So you'll find most of them have many men on them to earn money. And then maybe you find out
Yes.
that a woman was heartbroken. So because she was heartbroken, she now looks for a way to revenge. So you'll find out she's today with James, tomorrow she's with John, just to also take revenge. You revenge on them for what the other man did to you.
So you believe that it is because of revenge that such ladies are doing these things?
Yeah.
And Lorraine, okay, let's leave alone those who are doing revenge although I still feel that there is a part she can play, like let her not show to the kids. But we have these people maybe who let's say maybe the husband died or they divorced, so she's a single mother and she's doing all this. Maybe in one way or the other is for she's looking for money, maybe to raise the kids. But do you think it is fine for them to do when their daughters are watching?
No, it is not right at all. It's very wrong. It's not right.
Because
Because
kids have a
if they do
tendency.
that,
Yes.
if they do that, that is not, they're not showing good morals on their children. At the end of the day, the kid will be like, I I always see my mother doing this. I can also try doing that. So you see, and it will be a bad influence on the kids.
Yes, yes. So parents should just be careful, especially when it comes to matters to do with relationships. I think it should be very serious that parents should keep their relationships very private to themselves so that these children do not see this. And we shall still talk about the coastal region because you find that many of these cases are reported in the coastal region. I was looking at it and I was wondering, Loureine, do you think that environment can affect teenage pregnancies?
How can environment affect teenage pregnancies? It cannot. Like, you see, for example, let me give you an example. You see, in our time, the time we were still kids, my grandmother used to educate me and tell me, like, let's just say in general, we used to be told we were dropped by an aeroplane. But you see, the kids of today, no, women get pregnant and they give birth. And some of them, even, they want to experience it, they want to know how it feels. So environment can never affect teenage pregnancies. I disagree completely. Yes.
Okay, so you feel like being exposed to a certain environment cannot affect that child to become pregnant, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's a topic that is so great. We can talk about it, and I hope that we shall expound on this as we continue with this live stream. But again, I just want to ask you: we've seen that cases of teenage pregnancies have been reported so rampant in this time that we've had the pandemic and the lockdowns. So, in
Yes.
your own way, do you think that lockdowns have an effect on teenage pregnancies?
Yes, it has. Because you see,
Okay.
lockdown really affects so many activities whereby children or teenagers cannot attend school anymore. They have to stay at home. And by that, they are just so idle. Where now they now get involved with men. Maybe their boyfriends or anybody, but just men. And that is when, when they are involved with men, they get pregnant. Because if they were in school at that time, they will be learning. But now they are at home. They can't do anything else other than mingling with men, and then maybe he offers some 2,000 shillings and they find themselves having sex, and that's it, they get pregnant. So lockdown has a very, very major effect on teenage pregnancies.
Okay. So, in other words, you are trying to say that these children they have a lot of time at their disposal, so they end up misusing this time they have, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe the government was trying, or the institutions were trying to engage the students because they were trying to introduce the issue of online studying, which to
Yes.
some extent would have helped. But we find that some students are from areas that maybe they don't have network or they don't have smartphones. So maybe that side or going towards that route could have helped. But then the truth is that these children have a lot of time at their disposal, so they can do anything they feel like doing. And Loureine, we find that some of these teenage pregnancies are as a result of sexual abuse. For example, rape. Maybe a girl is raped. Then we have like mothers sending their children to go to look for money, maybe for their basic needs or to provide food in their houses. I mean, what is your view about this behavior, maybe of rape or parents sending their children to go have sex for money?
What I can say is those men who go ahead and rape other people's children, that behavior should stop. I mean, we have so many women that are desperate out there wanting to have men in their lives. Why can't you just go and pick one of them and do whatever you want to do with them, other than going to rape children or teenagers? It is not right at all. And as for parents that send their kids to go use their bodies for money, it is also very, very wrong. That is not good. Teenagers should be in schooling, not being a source of income to their parents. So those parents who are doing that and those men who are doing raping other people's kids, you should just stop because it is not right at all.
Yes, so we condemn this in the loudest voice we can because
Yes.
rape is very, very wrong. Such men, I think they should be just jailed because why? Why should you do such a thing? And these
Yes.
mothers or parents who are sending children to go to fetch for money, let them go by themselves because these
Yes.
kids should be provided for and they should not be as a source of money. So thank you so much for bringing that so boldly. And we believe that if a mother or someone who is planning to rape a girl is watching this, will change their mind and become somebody who is better.
Yes.
So, Lorena, we find that there are some men who reject pregnancies. So
Mhm.
they impregnate a woman or a girl. Then, when the case is brought, and the guy says, I'm not responsible for the pregnancy. And you find that these men turn to insult the lady. Some of them say that it is your own wish for you to get pregnant, and they end up rejecting these pregnancies. We've had this, I don't want to give examples, we've had this even in the recent where even fathers are requesting for DNA, yet they really know that they slept with these ladies and they impregnated them. I don't know. What is your view on this behavior? And I want to call them boys because only boys can do that. What is your thought about this?
Okay, my thought is
Mhm.
while having it, you enjoy the sweetness, right? So also enjoy the sweetness of
That's
taking care of the pregnancy. Do not say it is not your pregnancy because a woman entrusts you, a lady entrusts you, a teenager entrusts you, gives you her body, and let's say maybe you're the only one, and you get her pregnant, and you're there. The pregnancy is not mine. You only wanted to. It is you that wanted to get pregnant. Oh, you are careless. How can I be careless? You enjoy the sweetness. Let us also
yeah.
enjoy the journey of taking care of me.
So
Yes.
I like the way you're putting it in layman's language. That because we enjoy together the sweetness, then let's enjoy the bitterness of carrying that
Thank you.
pregnancy
No, it
with
is
a
not the
lot of
bitterness. It is not
okay
the
to
bitterness.
okay
The
to
sweetness
men.
also.
Okay, you see to men who, especially this who reject, it
Yes.
is like it's bitterness because if it is sweet, I'll just accept it. So to them it will be bitterness, and by the way, it will be bitterness to the lady by extension because just imagine a man insulting you that it was your wish for you to get pregnant, and it goes to an extent of them asking for DNA. So you see, it is bitterness. But anyways, we have said it. Let us enjoy the sweetness of having it, also the sweetness of carrying the pregnancy. Thanks so
Yes.
much, Lorraine. And I want us to talk about mothers who advise their girls to go and abort. And maybe they might have good reasons. For example, they may say, my child, I want you to go and continue with your studies, or I don't want shame. Some parents say, if so and so, or if people will see that you are pregnant in one way or the other, I will have lost my respect. I don't know. What is your advice to such ladies or such mothers who advise their children to go and abort?
Abortion itself is a crime before God. God forbids abortion. So, to those parents who
Sure.
advise their daughters to go and get abortion, they are really, really doing a wrong thing. They shouldn't do that. If she's pregnant, let her carry the pregnancy, even if they will allow her in school to go to school with the pregnancy, then fine. Let her do her studies while taking care of the pregnancy until when it's time for her to go to them. But I really can't even my daughter, if she gets pregnant out there, she has to carry her own cross. So there is no abortion until the 9 months of time. So those parents who advise their daughters to get abortion, that's not a right thing to do. And they should stop with the
Okay,
bigotry
thank you so much.
attitude.
So, yeah, we condemn that also, that abortion is not allowed. And in fact, I remember, I think it was Lagi Dube or somebody who sang that abortion is a crime. And by the way, abortion is a crime. So parents who think that they want to go and advise their children to abort, please don't do that. Let the child carry the pregnancy, and parents be supportive, because Lorraine, I want us to be honest. If your child is pregnant, it is true. It is that it has already happened. You cannot erase that. So I think parents should have a positive attitude towards this, such that they don't insult their children. Lorraine, some parents will start insulting their children. They will call them all sorts of names that can't be named. And these names are insulting. These names are bringing bitterness and stress. So I believe parents should also be supportive, especially when the child is already pregnant. You have nothing to do only but to support. Or I don't know. What do you think? What is your advice to such situations where parents are insulting these children?
Okay, whatever has happened, you can't cancel it. So they should stop frustrating their kids because they're pregnant or insulting them. Because sometimes, things do happen. You just say, let me just try for this once. And that once is when you get pregnant. And you can't do the abortion. It doesn't matter your parent is too harsh or you know but you just have to tell her. And as a parent, like, let me give an example. Like, let's say my daughter gets pregnant. Yes, it is a bitter thing. I'll say she has brought shame unto me, but insulting her won't help a thing at all. You call her and tell her whatever you did, it's wrong. But now, because it has happened, we can't cancel the happening. So we carry the cross the way it is. So it is not right to, because sometimes you may find you insult your daughter because she's pregnant, and then she goes and does something that leaves you regretting the entire life. So it's not really good to insult them because they are pregnant, even though they hurt us when they do that, but it's not good.
Yeah. So the message is, at least they be supportive. We know it is painful to accept that your child is pregnant at a tender age, but it has already happened. You have no control over it. So please let us be supportive. So Harrison is following. Thank you so much, Harrison, for being part of this live stream. And in case you have any comment about what we are talking about, any additional information, please, Harrison, feel free to put it in the comments. Also, any other person who is watching us and you feel like you need to add information, please just feel free to, place it under the chat. So, Lorraine, there are some men, we have talked of this, that men sexually abuse girls.
Yes.
And some of the cases are recorded in the police station or the bodies that are responsible with children and child abuse. And we find that after the case has been reported, maybe it takes 2 months, then the guy who did this walks away free. And this child meets the guy in the streets, meets him in the market, meets him in the maybe in the same neighborhood, and this brings stress to such children. I don't know, what is your message to the bodies that deal with children and child abuse, and maybe specifically on matters of sexual abuse, who, leave these people who have committed such abuses to these children have walked away free? What is your message to them? Maybe in a few moments.
Okay, justice should be taken, and these people should not just be left, and you see them roaming around, walking. That is not a good thing. Justice should be taken. These people deserve even to be sentenced to death. Because how can you just be that heartless? Going to a teenager. Let's leave alone teenager. You find a man raping a man's old kid. Is that really, is that even that really fine? So justice should be taken on such kind of people, and they should even brought in jail, not to be released. It's not good at all. Because let me just say, if I find out somebody, let me give an example, someone raping my daughter, and then after 2 months that person is released. I happen to meet him, maybe at the stage, maybe just on the way, I wouldn't feel really okay, because I want justice to be done. And let's say, for example, if that person's daughter was raped the way he did, let's say, to my daughter, how would he have felt? So justice should be taken, and such people should be even taken away from the society completely.
Yes, so what we are crying for is justice. Please, if someone is watching, let's spread this. Let's say the truth. We need justice to such men who are sexually abusing the girls. Please arrest these people, jail them, so that they can also get a teaching out of what mistake they have made. CJ Manu says, Yonaingia, following. Thank you so much, CJ, for your support. We really
Karibu.
appreciate your presence. Dagi, yes, Karibu. Dagi Kiss says he's following. Thank you so much, Dagi, for joining us on this live stream. We really appreciate your presence. And if you are joining us at this moment, we are moving towards the closure of this live stream, but we believe that you will go and rewatch the replay. I mean, we have talked of the bad things, of course, made of parents not being careful, of teenagers not being careful. But the truth is that there are some parents who are ready to support their kids, whatever happens. They are ready to take care of the child, for that teenager to go back to school. They are ready to provide for their children who are pregnant. They are ready to encourage them. I want us to talk about these parents, this type of parents who are supportive and who are standing in the gap for their children. I don't know, what is your message to them? They should be loved, by the way. I don't know.
Bravo,
Just
bravo,
just just
bravo.
send a message to them, because I really love them. Just say something.
Yeah, to such parents, bravo. And I'll just urge you to continue with the spirit, continue taking care of your daughters. No matter how much they do hurt us, they'll still remain to be our blood. So let us not just abandon them, let us not insult them, but let us just bring them closer to us. Because, daughters are, I don't know how to explain it, but let's just continue with the spirit, taking care of our daughters. And bravo, bravo for the good job that you do. Keep on, keep up.
Yes, we take the shame, but at least take care of your child. By that, they get emotionally stable. By that, they get stress free, and that is all we need in our homes.
Yes.
And let's avoid poor parenting. Poor parenting doesn't mean that you don't have money, but the little that you have, you can support your children.
Yes.
Fathers who take alcohol and all sorts of, what do you call them? Is it, let's say there's, how do you call this? Spirits and wines and beers?
Wines
I
and
don't know.
spirits.
Something like that. I'm so new in this world. So please support your children. You find that someone is buying the wines and spirits, and when you go back at home, the children are sleeping hungry. So please let us support our children so that they have every reason to stay respectful. By the way, Laureen, okay, in my own thinking, I think if you can give to your child however little that you are giving, that child will not be so much tempted to go and search for a boyfriend to give her maybe bundles or credit or to give her money for pads.
That's
Okay, I don't know. That is my own thinking. But do you think that giving them money would at least in some way solve this teenage pregnancies?
no. It's not all about giving them money, but teaching them. You educate your daughter and tell her, if you do this, you'll end up this way. If you do that, you'll end up this way. Money cannot solve every problem. So it's not all about money. Education and
Okay, yes.
having time for your daughter also matters. And it really matters a lot.
Okay, so it is that you give them, but you teach them. We call them life skills.
Yes.
But Lauren, there are some parents who fear that if they teach their children about sex, then they will be creating a way for these children to go and have sex. Is this notion true or right?
To my own point of view, it's not right. Just let your daughter know about everything. So that if she does it, if she attempts to do it, she knows the consequences of whatever she will be doing. Other than leaving her blindly, she goes and does the thing blindly, and now she has to face the consequences herself. But at least if you tell her, at least atakaa kijua mama aliniwarn kuhusu kitu fulani. Lakini ukimwacha awe hivyo hivyo, unajua baadaye atakuja kulaumu akwambie pia wewe mama, mbona haukuniambia? Wewe waelewa vizuri sana kufanya hivi na hivi ni vibaya, lakini haukuniambia. Ungeniambia hata ningejifunza kutoka kwako. Sasa ona. So tuwafundishe wana wetu wakae wakijua ya kuwa vitendo vya ngono vina madhara fulani fulani.
Yeah, so that akienda kufanya, she is fully aware of whatever is happening. So it's good. It's good to give them the life skill teachings, because out of that, I believe they will get the good side of it. And maybe we can also encourage the teachers to do it on our behalf. Maybe parents who are afraid of talking about sex with their children. Maybe you can trust one teacher, or we can just ask teachers to, at least teach them also. They let them not fear. Let them take these children as their own, so that they teach them at least to know that sex has its own effects. I know they are doing a good work. I'm not saying that they don't do it, but at least we are still saying, please continue doing it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right on that when it comes to institutions like schools.
Yes, you are. You are right.
So, okay. Sawa sawa. I want to read from Dagi. Dagi says, I don't know if you can read that from your end, but he says, why is it that when the boys are caught for impregnating girls, the court rules that the boy child is wrong, and in real sense, they had an agreement with the girl before the act? Why? I don't know this reasoning. I don't know. But what is your view about that?
You know that happens most especially when you get me pregnant, and when I come to tell you about the pregnancy, you start telling me I'm careless, the pregnancy is not yours, and at home I'm really having a very bad fight with my mom. She wants to know who is responsible for the pregnancy, yet on the other side you refused and said it's not your pregnancy, you're not responsible for it. So you end up, my mother maybe my mother ends up taking you to court, and the court has to rule at the end of the day because you're the responsible father to that unborn kid.
Okay, okay. You are talking of if that boy rejects. What if he accepts? Some of them will accept and say, by the way, I did that. Why do you, what should the court say in that case?
Okay, if the boy now agrees, he has accepted the pregnancy, then I think the court should, okay, let me say the court should also take a view on boy child's side. It shouldn't just be in a rush to make decisions, you know. At least they should be given time for them to go and talk once more. Although they talked before they did it, but should be given time once more. They go and talk, and then they see if they'll come up with a solution. But you know, with parents, they are normally heartbroken because you expect, maybe you're expecting your child to become a graduate, and then she disappoints you by getting pregnant. So you see, they become bitter. It's the bitterness that leads
Okay.
to taking the man to court.
Okay. And by the way, I know that when a case is taken to court, that you have violated the rights of a lady, that case is taken so much serious than any other case. And to make matters worse, if you meet a judge who is a lady, my friend, you are not having it the right way. But the truth is, we also ask, for example, if this girl and this boy agreed and they had sex, then unfortunately she got pregnant. Then the boy also accepts. I don't know. Maybe the court should be lenient a bit. We don't know about that. We have not studied law, but in our own thinking, I feel the way you've said, at least they should also listen to the boy child.
But
So,
you know
Lorraine,
what?
I,
One minute.
today we have not have had. Yes,
Just 1 minute to add on
yes.
that. I also support the court.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, just go.
I also support the court because you find out someone has impregnated an under 18. Let's say that child is 10 years. Like seriously, 10 years. Impregnating a 10-year-old girl. That is not, the court should just rule over it. And on that, I really support the court. Yes, because no justice has to
Yes,
do
as
with that.
well. Yes, yes. Also, I on that I really agree with you. If that child is below 18, that is wrong. That is wrong.
Yes,
But
very, very.
the thinking was, let's assume these people are of the same age. If they're of the same age, I don't know. I don't know what to do. But we really don't advise children who are below 18 to engage in sexual matters. But maybe, Lorraine, I don't know. Do you think that
Yes.
internet has an effect on teenage pregnancies?
Internet somehow, because they'll be online, and At times you find them watching pornographic and they also want to try it. They want to know how it tastes, how it feels. So internet has a hand in it also.
Okay, we really accept. I was asking about internet because this era we find that we are digital, children have smartphones,
Yes.
and maybe the parents are not so careful of what sites these children are visiting. So a father or a mother trusts a child with the phone so they can do everything with that phone. So maybe it's a high time that parents also be careful of which sites their children are visiting. Yeah,
Yes.
because you can just assume that the child is watching cartoons on YouTube, kumbe the child is watching pornography, or the child is, chatting Facebook or something, because they are not given lines in the SIM cards in most cases. So they may want to create maybe a Facebook account, and so they meet people there and they start chatting. And maybe in one way or the other, they can end up meeting, and you know what will happen with that. So
Yes.
maybe also social media has been a part of this. And Lorena, I was also thinking, like for example, in the coast, we know that tourism is so much, and it is one of the ways that we earn income. And in the recent past, we've seen that tourism has been affected. So you find that tourists are not coming to the coast, and these things also, maybe parents can earn from that. Maybe they lost jobs because these people are not there. So I was also feeling that because of the lockdown and the closure of tourism activities, this has led to the increase of pregnancy. I don't know. Do you think that is right?
Okay. It's not right. I can't advise that it is right. It is not right at all. Because now you find out a mother, let's say, who was depending on the tourists, maybe let's say, just the way you stated. Now the tourists are no more coming to Kenya. So she gets frustrated. And they do say in Kenya, ukitaka kupata kazi lazima ujuane. So ni kujuana. So unapata mtu anatafuta kazi. Kazi hapati. Let's say in the house you have like 4 children that are looking up to you. Wanakutegemea. Wana expect mama akikuja lazima tukule. The problem with the kids is you can't tell them hakuna. Au wanataka kukula and that's it. They don't want to know if there is or there's not. So that is when you find out a mother gets frustrated and she really thinks, what else can I do? I don't have a job. I don't have anything else to do. So you find out she gets involved with several men, at least for her to make a living for her kids. And that's when she gets pregnant. It's not a right thing to do, but now, but I really not
Okay,
advise.
I can really get you. So once again, those who have been following us on the live stream, thank you so much. Harrison, CJ, Manu, Dagi, thank you so much for being part of this live stream. We have had others who have not commented, so maybe we cannot know who it was, but at least for those who have commented, we say thank you so much for watching us live. So we shall also maybe organize, because this is a broad topic we can talk about in different sections and expounding on different things. So maybe we can have a separate time and maybe just talk about this. Otherwise, we just encourage you to keep on watching Ero Productions. And in case you missed something, please go and rewatch the replay. I want to say thank you so much, Loureine, for being part of this. You are really a great support to Ero community. I want to give you a chance to just give us your parting shot.
Okay, done. Thank you so much for hosting me again on Ero Productions. let's just say it's home now. It really feels so good to be
Sure.
back home. Yeah. And just to make my amends, I'll just like urge my fellow parents, those who don't have time for their kids, you curse your kids so much. You get them, they're just idle, they don't have anyone to talk to. You find out maybe she has a problem. She just wants someone to talk to, but she doesn't have anyone. You know, she gets idle, maybe she now has to find a boyfriend, and in that process she gets pregnant. So please parents, let's just be careful with our daughters. Because you know they are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones that will take care of us tomorrow. So, and in whatever they do, let's just educate them. Let's not condemn them. Let's not insult them. Let's just take care of them and hope for a better tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those wise words. And as we finish, I just want to read a comment from Harrison. He says, I think the main cause of teenage pregnancy is ignorance from both the children and their parents or guardians. He is asking, what do you think? Do you think the main thing is ignorance? Because if it is teaching, they have been taught. If it is life skills, I think they have them. So for me, I can concur with him. Ignorance is also part of these reasons. I don't know, Lorena, what do you think?
Yeah, ignorance is also part of it because maybe I've taught my daughter several times, telling her, don't do this. If you do say if you have sex, unprotected sex, you might end up being pregnant. I have taught her all the moral values, life skills, but she doesn't hear. You know, we just have those kids tunawaita vitu wawili, hawambiliki,
Sure.
hawasikii. Hata umwambie nini hawezi kusikiza. Naona mama we ni mpumbavu, hakuna lolote unalonambia. Mimi nitazidi kufanya yale ninajua. Anaendelea hivyo hivyo. Yeah, kuna tu wale watoto wenye hawasikii wazazi wao kabisa, ni vichwa ngumu, au hata ugongeshe chini hawezi kusikiza kabisa. So I agree with you, Harrison. I really agree with you that ignorance plays a very, very bigger part in teenage pregnancies, and it's really, really very wrong for teenagers to be
Sawa
pregnant.
sawa. Okay, sawa. Asante sana Harrison for your mchango. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. So we've come to the closure of our live stream. And Doreen, I just want to take you out kidogo, but just wait me in the newsroom. Hey, hi, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you. That is so great. That's so great. She looks so beautiful.
With her damaged hair.
She looks beautiful. That's so good.
Thank you.
Sawa, wacha nifanye conclusion, then we shall talk kidogo. Sawa.
All right. Thank you so much.
Wow. That was Ero Talks episode number 8. My friend, thanks so much for watching us live. For those of you who have commented, I'm really, really grateful. I'm so happy that you are part of this. And my friend, if you've just met us right now, please go and rewatch the replay. It has been so good. It has been so engaging. And I'm so grateful that you are a part of this. My friend, we bring to you Ero Talks show every week, so you can find us, on this very YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, please, I really advise you do so, because you are going to get exclusive interviews and conversations on Ero Talks show. So my friend, thanks again for being part of this. I hope that I'm going to see you in my future live streams. Please drop us a comment if you're watching a replay. So please just drop us a comment. We know your view about this topic. Otherwise, I hope that you will like this video and also share it to your friends so that they can get, this knowledge and these wise words from me and Loureine. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching us. I hope I will catch you in my next live stream. Peace. My friend, that was it. 49 minutes. Thank you so much.